So in this video, I'm going to be responding to messages and hate that I see online about the industry that I'm in, and essentially just proving people wrong, whilst I have some caviar on my first class flight to Dubai. So the first question, bit of hate that we always get, is this isn't a real business model and that we only sell titty pics online. Well, that is semi-true. We do sell titty pics online. However, that's not all that we do, and that's not all that this industry entails. Now, we're building brands here. We're not just selling titty pics. How do you sell a titty pic if you've got no one to sell it to? We're a social media marketing and sales agency. OF is just our niche because that's where we're going to get the most profit in the shortest period of time. I've dealt with brands before on Shopify. I've dealt with social media clients that are trying to scale up their website for some random bullshit. It's cool in the long run. It's cool if you want that exit. What do you do if you're a beginner with no experience and no cash? What do you do? OFM is what you do. That's how you'll scale to those six-figure months the quickest and be able to adapt and learn. And you're developing the same skill sets, the same level of attention in every single area than you would to run another business. So it's a perfect stepping stone for someone that is a complete beginner right now that wants to go on and build a brand. Just like me, I'm going to build brands in the future. I'm going to keep documenting my journey, you'll see. But how can I build a brand with no cash and no skills? It just doesn't make any sense. So to debunk that question, we're not just selling titty pics online. The level of marketing, the level of output, the level of employees and systems that we have in place and strategy can be replicated across multiple brands. And that's something that I'll go into in the future. But at this point in time, my sole focus is scaling the agency to $1 million a month. At the moment, we're averaging around 420K for the last 3 months in a row. And it's looking good. So we're not just selling titty pics online. Obviously, that brings in a bit of revenue, but the main revenue comes from the amount of marketing and the level of attention, the strategies that we have in place. And they're not easily replicated, they're not easy to do. You have to have the right guidance, and that's why I built my coaching community, OF Money, where we've helped scale over 300 agencies in the last year to over 10K per month within 30 days. So if you have any questions about it, if you want to ask me any questions about OFM or business in general, make sure to go and check my Telegram channel. So, the second question, or second bit of hate, whatever that we always get. Let me pull it up right now, because I made a little list. Is how do you legally get girls to work under you or for you? That's the weirdest thing. People see like Andrew Tate and these kind of guys online, and they almost think that is how this business runs, whereas he was just pimping girls on webcam. We're running an actual agency that's legal. This is not an illegal industry. Everything I do is completely fine. I don't know why people have that kind of perception. It's a legal agreement. These creators that we sign are 99% of the time, every single model bar one out of the many that we've managed in the last few years has had an OnlyFans before. So it's not like we've nurtured some girl and lover boyed her onto the platform. Like, no. These girls have had the platform, they've had their results, they've been failing for years. We come on board and we take that shit to the next level. So we're actually doing them a good service. So for example, despite taking commission for the work that we do, a lot of people and sometimes a lot of girls don't understand why agencies take commission. We take commission because we're the one driving the revenue in. Without us, there's not much traffic, there's not much revenue being made. So for example, the most recent model that we signed on, she was averaging about 5K per month by herself, 5K per month. If she keeps 100% of that, she makes 5K, boom. How much time and attention is she putting into that? Quite a lot. Now she has an agency come, take that time and attention out of her hands into ours. And now, in the first month, I can proudly say that this model has achieved over $30,000. $30,000. So this model has actually, because she's taking 50%, she's 3x'd her income, but also freed up a bunch of time for her to enjoy that income. Whereas if she wanted to scale to 15k per month alone, one, it would be very, very difficult. But if she did do it, she wouldn't have any free time, because she'd literally be on her account selling 24/7, and no one wants to do that. Okay? So the fact that people think that what we do is immoral, it's illegal, it's this, it's a scam, it's blah 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 blah, just relax, bro. You sound like you've bought content on OnlyFans before. What we do is perfectly fine. And again, if you have any questions, message me on Telegram. And you can also do some of your own research as well. But most of you are probably too lazy to do that. Let's go to the third one. So this one isn't really like a hate. This one's just a general question. And this one is, how do you do the payments for OnlyFans? So the way we do our payments is we have the OnlyFans account. If you don't know how it works, subscribers come in, the content is sold, goes to the model's bank account, so you withdraw it from the pending balance, goes to the current balance, from the current balance you withdraw it to the model's bank, and we will then send an invoice from our business bank and take our cut, and then distribute to the team, and then keep our profit, and then cash out in dividends whenever we want, whatever. That is how it's run. So we don't own any accounts. All of our creators own the emails to all of their OnlyFans accounts. We don't own any of their bank accounts. We don't have our bank accounts attached to any of them. Everything is done professionally and properly when you're talking about heat management. And that is the best way to do it, bro. That is the best way, because if you're dealing with little girls, blah, 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 maybe you could sneak your way in and get the email. I'm not interested in that. I'm trying to scale to $1 million months. My name has to be protected. My agency has to be protected. I can't do any shady stuff. I don't want to do any shady stuff. Never have, even when I was broke as fuck in the beginning. So why would I do it now? Now I actually make money and I've got shit to lose. Okay? Now, yeah, that's literally it. There's not much more to say. Like, we just invoice the models. And when you're working with these sorts of caliber of models, which I'm working with, but there's no way that they know the game. They've been on the OnlyFans as well. You can't just fucking rob the money. I don't know where people think that you can just do that and they won't notice. So yeah, if you think that OnlyFans agencies are robbing money from clients, think again. But not just that, the models almost always earn more than the agency as well. So despite us putting in 99% of the effort, and obviously we can do it without the models, I'm not disregarding them, but obviously in regards to the amount of hours worked, we're doing a lot more, and we still earn less, because if we're on a 50-50 contract and you split that in half with the model, let's say 100k a month, 50k goes to her, 50k comes to us, but we have to distribute about 10% to the team, depending upon the size of the client and the team and the expenses. But the average expense per model for us is about 8%, so we're profiting about 42, so we're actually earning 8% less than this client, despite putting in more time, more effort, providing all the resources to grow. And that's not me, like I said before, disregarding what the models do. I would never do that. We couldn't do it without them. That's just as important. And the models that I work with, they absolutely smash it, and couldn't have a better team of girls around me. So think twice before you talk shit and you disregard OFM. That is enough from me today. I'm going to enjoy my first class fight, my caviar and Bellini, my Stella Artois. And I cannot wait to get locked in Dubai. If you like the video, like it if you want, who gives a fuck. Join the Telegram channel. Any questions, more than happy to answer and put up any queries about this industry myself. I know it's quite black hat. I know you probably haven't seen anything like this before, but don't judge something that you don't know about. That's a very foolish move. Okay? Now, take care. Have a great end of the year. Goodbye.